Hey guys, Mr. Lloyd here, going to work with you on Wednesday's 5-a-day math review problems. And remember, on these problems, think about if we were in the classroom, I'd give you 5 minutes to do these 5 problems, and then I would solve these together, we would solve these together on the board to check our work. So I'm assuming that you've already tried these, and this is just your way to check your work and see for your accuracy. And if you need to make any corrections, you can do that as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first problem, remember these problems, our job is to add some parentheses to make these statements true. So here I can put parentheses around 18 divided by 6, and that of course tells me I'm going to do that step first. And so of course 18 divided by 6 is 3. Everything else stays the same. And so now I have 3 times 3 plus 5, so here I'm going to do my multiplication step first. So 3 times 3 of course would be 9. Boy, they don't really give us a lot of room on this one. I'm going to write it out horizontally here. 3 times 3 would be 9 plus 5, and of course that equals 14. So I'm good to go. Did a nice job, chose my spot for my parentheses. Remember the strategy here, if you're wondering, well, how did I know 18 divided by 6? Quite literally, guys, I just guessed and checked. I put parentheses around the first set of numbers and see if that changes the value. Put parentheses around the second set of numbers, see if that changes. In other words, I'm going to try something, see what happens, and then go from there. So looking at the second one here, if I put parentheses around 56 minus 42, I would get 14. And then I still have to divide by 7. So now I have 14 divided by 7 equals 2, so that's good to go as well. Easy enough. All right, number 2 here, we're going to be dividing some fractions. And our job here is just to do the KFC method by writing 2/3. We're keeping alone. We've changed division to multiplication, and now we're going to flip this guy. Now I'm ready to multiply. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 4 is 12. And so one last step here, I have an answer of 10/12, but I'm not quite finished. 10 and 12 are both even, so if I divide them both by 2, which I'll write right here, this is that simplification step that we sometimes struggle with as 6th graders, but you'll get there, and your final answer should be 5/6. Okay, pretty straightforward there. Finding the area, we have a parallelogram and then a triangle. So the area of a parallelogram is base times height. My base is 10.2, my height is 7.8, so let's just write it out. 10.2 times 7.8. And then, since we're stuck at home, we might as well break out the old calculator. And our answer is 79.56, and our units would be feet squared. So that's for the parallelogram. Here for the triangle, it's not quite the same formula. It's not just base times height, but you guessed it, 1/2 times base times height. And of course, our base is 8, our height is 5. So I'm going to multiply 1/2 times 8 first to get 4. Then 4 times 5 equals 20. And I have to add my units, and so there I am, 20 centimeters squared. Alrighty. Here for problem 4, we've got an addition and a subtraction problem, and of course we're dealing with fractions with, or in this case mixed numbers with different denominators. So my common denominator for thirds and sevenths is 21sts. So 3 times 7, that's how I get that. Okay, and this problem is going to be times 7. This step will be times 3. So let's see, we're going to have 7 21sts and 6 21sts. And so 7 plus 6 would be 13 21sts. 2 plus 1 would be 3. And I am done there. Can't simplify 13 21sts because 13 is a prime number. Here, thirds and fourths, our common denominator is going to be 12ths. Okay, And so this would be 9/12 because I multiplied it times 3. Multiplied this guy times 4. So this would be 8. So 9 plus 8 would be 17/12. 3, oh, whoops. Look what I did. I started to add these, but this is actually a subtraction problem. So I'm going to cross that out. 9 minus 8 would, of course, be 1/12. And 3 minus 1 would, of course, be 2. And now I'm ready to simplify. Okay. And then number 5, oh, these are fun. Greatest to least. So let's see, looking at these numbers, it looks like 7 is going to be my greatest. And then looks like I'm going to go to 2. And then I'm going to go to -3, -9, and finally -20. And coming down here, I'm going to start with +3, 0, -8, -12, -36. So just writing those in that order. All right, guys, that's all we're going to do for this video. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you have any questions on these daily review problems or any of the problems we're working on throughout the week, the division of fractions, multiplication of fractions, mixed numbers, anything we're covering in math this week, please get in touch with me through Zoom, through Google Classroom, through Remind. Have your parents send me a message. There's just so many ways to get in touch, even though we're stuck at home, and I still want you to get the support you need. So let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching. I'll see you later.